Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the faith-based movie I Still Believe. Plus, I'm going to talk about a very important book called Hollywood versus America, which is about how Hollywood has been sabotaging the moral foundations of American culture and the many ways in which that takes place. So don't go away. This is the true story of the early years of hugely successful Christian singer Jeremy Camp, who's sold millions. Have you heard of him? I had neither. Doesn't matter. It's 1999. Jeremy Camp, who's played by KJ Apa of the TV show Riverdale, is a singer-songwriter who's starting Bible college in California. He's there to get mentoring from his idol, a guy named Jean-Luc, who's a successful alum. Now, at this Bible college, the students, they love themselves some Christian rock concerts, like all the time. So soon, Jeremy's up on stage and he's performing for Jesus, and he sees this young blonde beauty, played by Britt Robertson, raising her palm heavenwards, and it's instantaneous love. And you know forthwith that their love shall be epic. Why? Because they're two extremely good-looking people. Now, the problem is, mentor Jean-Luc also got a thing for sweet Melissa. So, can you say love triangle? So what's slightly weird about Jean-Luc, who's already got a recording contract, is he's still hanging around campus like Matthew McConaughey's Wooderson in Dazed and Confused, hanging around his old high school. I mean, you almost expect Jean-Luc to deliver one of Wooderson's monologues.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
But you know what? It's kind of great that Jean-Luc is not Wooderson. It's a relief that he's a righteous dude trying to do the right thing with his music. Like I said, I'm going to talk more about this later. Now, almost all young romance movies nowadays are what I call dying girl movies. The girl's always got to die, and this one's no different, except it's a true story. Yes, I Still Believe is a Christian movie, but there's no proselytizing, although there are numerous lyrics about faith and forgiveness. Now, recently there's a stand-up comedian who does a bit about moving from the city of Manhattan to the suburbs and just being floored about how much more wholesome life is there. See, after 30 years of Manhattan living, I find I've become strangely warped. I'm a man of faith, like unshakable faith, which comes from having been a seeker, like searching for 40 years, looking under every rock. Einstein did a similar thing in science, and he ended up at the same conclusion. The divine exists. The divine is real. Most advanced scientists eventually conclude that the exquisite order, so readily apparent in the cosmos, can only come from a vast intelligence. But see, living in New York, cynicism accumulates like lint in the washing machine of your soul. And this cynicism lint gathers in the corners of the subconscious due to the undetectable dust particles of materialism. Suffice it to say, for years now, I've loathed Christian movies and Christian music, even though they're talking about the same stuff I believe in. It's just the presentation I object to, not the content. But when I go and I let it wash over me deep down, my soul aligns with Britt Robertson talking about the divine. Why? Because I've personally witnessed the power of prayer healing people, like to the point where doctors at prestigious hospitals said they never witnessed anything like it in the history of the hospital. Now, believe it or not, Hollywood used to make an attempt to uphold America's moral standards. That's all changed. I mean, the mission of art, if you go to any museum and you look at the early stuff, it's all depictions of gods and saints. Art is meant to uplift. Faith-based films, even though they're annoyingly heavy-handed, attempt to heal the soul. So why trash them? They always have their heart in the right place. Besides, people are not stupid. They know what they like, and they know why they like it. Just take a look at that Rotten Tomatoes score. So I'm going to read you a little excerpt from the book Hollywood versus America, Popular Culture and the War on Tradition by Michael Medved, because this explains to me the real source of the distaste I had for faith-based movies up until recently. Keep in mind, this book was written almost 30 years ago. Medved says about how religion is portrayed in Hollywood, quote, Hollywood's persistent hostility to religious values is not just peculiar, it's positively pathological. And the widely reported resurgence in church attendance and affiliation, most people in the movie capital simply choose to ignore what the surveys tell them and continue to write off all religious believers as so many slope-browed bumpkins who get their clothes from Kmart and their ideas from the National Enquirer. No wonder that the entertainment industry so often paints a flamboyant and bizarre portrait of religious life. So, that's my review of I Still Believe, rated PG. Its runtime is 1 hour and 55 minutes, released on March 13th, 2020, and I'm giving it 3 stars out of 5. Have you seen I Still Believe? What do you think about it? Let me know what you thought by commenting below, and if you like what you see, click right here for more. And if you'd like to read my reviews instead of watching them, Google Mark Jackson Epoch Times, that's EPOCH Times, or check me out on Rotten Tomatoes. Until next time.